Hello, on to week 11 of Premier League matches, but first have a look back on week 10 matches. The highlight being Leicester's 9-0 record equaling victory over Southampton. Unbelievable. Biggest away win of all time there, and Southampton's worst defeat of all time. Goal scorers include Chidwell, Telemans, Perez hat-trick, Vardy hat-trick, and Madison all on the score sheet. Bertrand did get sent off after 12 minutes for Southampton when they were already 1-0 down, but no excuses for that heavy and demoralising defeat there. Manchester City got a 3-0 victory over Astonvilla. All three goals scored in the second half of Sterling, Silva and Quandagan. Fernandinho ended up getting sent off for Manchester City late on as well too. Watford and Bournemouth, 0-0 draw. 15-7 shots for Bournemouth, 5-3 on target as well. Watford are really struggling for goals at the moment. Brighton got a 3-2 win over Everton with Guab, Mompai and Dean Digney own goal in stoppage time after Westham for Everton and Calvin Leuven scored their goals, as they were the ones that looked like they were going to get a victory, but instead still in trouble. West Ham and Sheffield United with a 1-1 draw. Snodgrass for West Ham and Mosset for Sheffield United. Ooh. My Chelsea team got a brilliant 4-2 win over Burnley, with Pulisic's first goals for the club being a hat-trick as well too. William also on the score sheet there. Rodriguez and McNeil scoring some late goals for Burnley. Newcastle and Wolves got a 1-1 draw. Lacazette for Newcastle before Castro equalised for Wolves. Longstaff got a red card for Newcastle late on as well too. Also had Arsenal Crystal Palace, a 2-2 draw. Arsenal 2 early goals from Papa Stanopoulos and Luis within 9 minutes before Crystal Palace fought back from Miklajevic's penalty kick and Ayew. Arsenal should have won the game there, but just got denied. Liverpool with a 2-1 victory over Tottenham with Henderson and Salah after Kane opened the scoring in the very first minute for Tottenham. Manchester United got a victory over Norwich 3-1 with McTominay, Rashford and Martial scoring despite 2 missed penalty kicks. Hernandez got a late consolation goal for Norwich. These upcoming matches include Bournemouth against Manchester United, all-time head-to-head record. Manchester United with 11 victories, 2 for Bournemouth and 3 draws. Manchester United with 6 wins in the last 7. Odds for this game: Bournemouth $3.20, $3.30 for the draw. Manchester United at $2.10. I still don't believe Manchester United have quite recovered from their shocking start to the season, despite them beating Chelsea in the League Cup recently as well too. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Bournemouth. Got West Ham against Newcastle. Newcastle with 55 wins. West Ham with 42 and 37 draws. Newcastle with 4 wins in the last 6 and last 10 being a decisive result. $1.83 for West Ham, $3.50 for the draw, $4 for Newcastle. Gonna go for a 2-0 win for West Ham. Aston Villa against Liverpool. Liverpool with 94 wins, Aston Villa with 57, and there has been 40 draws. Liverpool winning the last 2, or 3 of the last 5. 2016 last time they played each other. Odds for this game: $8.50 for Aston Villa, $5 for the draw, $1.30 for Liverpool. Can't really go against Liverpool at the moment, unfortunately, as much as I love them to slip up. Gonna go for a 3-0 win for Liverpool. Got Arsenal against Wolves, 57 wins for Arsenal, 30 wins for Wolves and 27 draws. Wolves unbeaten in the last 3 matchups there. $1.67 for Arsenal, $3.60 for a draw, $4.33 for Wolves. Gonna go for a Wolves 2-1 victory to add to Arsenal's woes. Sheffield United and Burnley, 49 wins for Sheffield United, 42 wins for Burnley and 31 draws. Burnley unbeaten the last 5 with 4 wins and a draw. $2.10 for the Sheffield United win, $3.20 for the draw, $3.50 for Burnley. Gonna go for an narrow 1-0 win for Sheffield United. Got Brighton and Norwich, 30 wins for Brighton, 34 for Norwich, and 24 draws. Norwich unbeaten the last 8 and 8 of the last 9 with 7 wins and a draw. $1.67 for Brighton, $3.75 for a draw, $4.50 for Norwich. Gonna go for a 1-1 draw. Next up, got Manchester City against Southampton. 35 wins for Manchester City, 31 for Southampton, and 25 draws. Manchester City winning the last 6. Odds for this game, $1.08 for Manchester City, $10 for the draw, $19 for Southampton. Gonna go for a 4-1 Manchester City win. Watford and Chelsea, 19 wins for Chelsea, 10 wins for Watford, and 6 draws. Chelsea's unbeaten in 15 of the last 16 with 12 wins and 3 draws. Odds for this game, $4.50 for Watford, $4 for a draw, $1.57 for Chelsea. Gotta get back Chelsea here against rock bottom Watford that's still looking for their first victory of the season. Gonna go for a 3-0 Chelsea win. Next up, Crystal Palace and Leicester. 27 wins for Crystal Palace, 26 wins for Leicester, and 18 draws. Palace unbeaten in the last 5, winning the last 4 against Leicester. $3.10 for Crystal Palace, $3.25 for a draw, $2.10 for Leicester. Palace and Leicester doing quite well this season. I'm going to go for Crystal Palace, I should say, 2-1, and that should get Chelsea up to 3rd place in the table. And finally, Everton and Tottenham. Everton with 55 wins, Tottenham with 67 and 55 draws. Tottenham undefeated in 13 games against Everton with 7 wins and 6 draws. $2.70 for Everton, $3.30 for a draw, $2.40 for Tottenham. Tottenham haven't won an away match since February, and they're both struggling in the league, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw to end things off. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more predictions, make sure you subscribe and comment below on your thoughts and predictions for this week's matches.